Much as it is today, the 1930s and 40s were a time when Latinos labored in the California fields, picking crops and tilling the fertile lands. Formal education was considered a luxury, as large families worked long hours, earning rock-bottom wages that kept them just this side of starvation. But for most young Latinos, on the brink of a worldwide upheaval, they knew nothing better and accepted their life, hard as it was.
We were farming people, we were farmers. Hard life, it's a hard life because we worked 7 days a week, helping my dad, and you go to bed hurting and aching, and you get up hurting and aching, and back again to it,
I didn't have a mother. I had a father, but he had to go to work. So I have to struggle a lot, Sometimes I had to chop wood. We had a wooden stove. And he'd tell me, you chop some wood and start the fire. When I get home, then we'll cook and all that, And so that was one of it. And then I always had to defend my younger brothers, because I was the oldest.
We had to suffer the consequences of the way we were treated, not knowing that eventually someday we'll be fighting for our country. But you don't think about those things when you're a kid.
Among the young men, though, there were those who dreamed of a better life off the farms and ranches. They wanted an opportunity to leave that backbreaking life and live out dreams their parents had never dared to have. The armed services offered that opportunity.
It seemed like they were glad to be there. Maybe they figured they had a better life there. They had medical, They had a place to sleep. They didn't freeze, and probably better food. At least you had meat at least once a day, every day over there, 3 squares. You got sick, you went to the hospital, and I don't think our folks could have afforded that if we were home.
When I went in the Navy, I was fresh, greenhorn, and the Navy was a vacation to me. Training was a vacation. I ran that obstacle course and I didn't break a sweat, and these guys, you see these guys sitting there, and it's, oh, here we go again, powdered eggs and this and that. Well, we were used to tortillas and beans every time. Hey, this was a delicacy, So the training and all that to me was not really that hard. I found it really, really easy,
For the rest of the frustrated young men, their ticket out of poverty was punched on December 7, 1941 by the Japanese invasion fleet that devastated Pearl Harbor and propelled the U.S. into World War II. Wartime was when the United States rallied together as one cohesive fighting machine. Trainloads of draftees departed from the West Coast, bound for boot camps that prepared them for battle in foreign lands. But the rapid deployment of troops also exposed the prevailing prejudice towards people of color that pervaded the country. The new wave of draftees made their way through boot camp, but for the Latino recruits, it often seemed like the enemy was in their own backyard and not on foreign soil.
Right away, we had a big fight with the Gabachos. They were run over to the bus, and over the bus, they had the blacks in the back. They wanted us to sit in the back. There's no way you're going to sit in the back. So they broke the window in the front and took the bus driver, threw him out, and we took the bus to camp.
Tommy Cortez was one of those who left a hard life in California. His was a life-changing experience, trading the innocence of farm life and the leisure of semi-pro baseball games for the brutal action on the battlefields of Europe. While in combat with the 21st Battalion of the Army Tank Corps, he was wounded by a gunshot to the leg, but he went on to survive harrowing artillery firefights in the Allies' momentum-building Battle of St. Lo. Although he despised the destruction of the war, Cortez has no regrets, only pride in the job he did.
We have to be proud to what we did. Otherwise, only God knows what conditions we would be living under. A lot of us wouldn't be around to be saying this and talking about the war, because only God knows they probably would have killed us all or something, according to what I've heard. They had no use for us.